Hello, friends. Let's start our new topic 1.5, The New Dress by Virginia Woolf. Before beginning with this short story, let us know more information about the writer. Original name in full, Adeline Virginia Stephen. She was an English writer, essayist, and novelist, considered one of the most important modernist of 20th century authors and also a pioneer in the use of stream of consciousness novels. She was the child of ideal Victorian parents. Her father, Leslie Stephen, was an eminent literary figure. Her mother, Julia Jackson, possessed great beauty and a reputation for saintly self sacrifice. In 1895, her mother's death led to her first mental breakdown. While dealing with her personal losses, Woolf continued her studies in German, Greek, and Latin. In 1904, her father died, which contributed to another emotional breakdown. In 1905, she began writing professionally. In 1912, she married Leonard Woolf. In 1915, she published her first novel, The Voyage Out. Her best known works include the novels Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, and Orlando. Throughout her life, Woolf was troubled by her mental illness. In 1941, at the age of 59, Woolf died by drowning herself in the river. This is the stream of consciousness story about the protagonist Mabel Waring. What is a stream of consciousness novel or a story? Writers who create stream of consciousness works of literature focus on the emotional and psychological processes that are taking place in the minds of one or more characters. Important character traits are revealed through an exploration of what is going on in the mind. So, The New Dress is the story of Mabel Waring's thinking, emotional thinking or psychological thinking or thinking process of her mind. Now let us first learn the characters of this story. Mrs. Barnett. Mrs. Barnett is maidservant in the Dalloway's household. Her behavior in greeting Mabel Waring and taking her coat seem unremarkable to the reader, but sets off great waves of insecurity in the party guests about her appearance and social role. Next, and the most important character of this story is Mabel Waring. See this name Waring, a middle aged woman with two children. She has the fear of inferiority to other people and she was invited in a social gathering or a party. Next, Clarissa Dalloway or Mrs. Dalloway, the hostess of the party that Mabel attends. And the next are Robert Hayden, Rose Shaw, Charles Burt, and Mrs. Holman. In this story, The New Dress, the protagonist, Mabel Waring, arrives at Clarissa Dalloway's party and is instantly consumed by feelings of inadequacy and inferiority. These negative feelings are set off by concerns that her new dress is not appropriate for the occasion. Immediately after greeting her hostess, she goes straight to a mirror at the far of the room to look at herself, and is filled with misery at the conviction that it was not right. She imagines the other guests exclaiming to themselves over, "What a fright she looks! What a hideous new dress!" She begins to berate herself for trying to appear original, since a dress in the latest fashion was out of her financial reach. She had a yellow silk dress made from an outdated pattern. Her self condemnation verges on self torture as she torments herself with obsessive thoughts of her foolishness, which deserve to be chastised. She thinks of the new dress as a horror, idiotically old fashioned, when the stylishly dressed Rose Shaw tells her the dress is perfectly charming. Mabel is sure she is being mocked. She tries to think of some way to annul this pain, to make this agony endurable. The extremes of language and the obvious torment Mabel is experiencing may be intended to give the reader some indication that perhaps she is not entirely mentally or emotionally stable. It may also, however, be intended to underscore the discomfort that shy or socially unskilled individuals can experience in social settings. Mabel tries to imagine the partygoers as flies try to crawl over the edge of the saucer, all looking alike and with the same goals. Means she called herself flies in the saucer, but she cannot make herself see the others in this light. Rather, she sees them as dragonflies, butterflies, beautiful insects dancing. She tells another guest that she feels like some dowdy, decrepit, horrible, dingy old fly. And then she mortified to realize that he must have interpreted her remark as a ploy for the insincere compliment that he hastily delivers. Mabel remembers how happy and comfortable she felt at the dressmaker's as Miss Millen pinned her hem, asked her about the length, and tended her pet canary. This image vanishes quickly, however, as she is catapulted back to the present, suffering tortures woken wide awake to reality. She berates herself for caring what others think of her, but drifts into thoughts about her own weak, hideous, vacillating character. Mabel thinks about her unremarkable family and upbringing, her dreams of romance in faraway lands, and the reality of her marriage to a man with a safe, permanent underling's job. She thinks about isolated moments in her life, characterized as delicious and divine, when she feels happy and fulfilled, connected with all of the earth and everything in it. On the crest of a wave, she wonders if those moments will come her less and less often, and determines to pursue personal transformation through some wonderful, helpful, astonishing book or an inspirational public speaker. She gets up to leave the party, assuring Mrs. Dalloway that she has enjoyed herself. So, this is the end of a story that Mabel, worrying, left the party, assuring Mrs. Dalloway that she has enjoyed herself.